Hi, I'm Sarah and I run an events team called Matchboxx Live. We do gigs in Leeds in Yorkshire. I also do photos under Sarah May Photography of gigs and alternative models.
How do you juggle promoting with university?
Well, a lot of the time I don't go to university, which is really bad. Just stay in bed all day and send people emails. I don't do that many gigs through term time. So never have enough time. Then Josh is at uni in Luton, which is a bit far, so we don't do that much.
So,
Summer.
So you only do things during holidays?
We do things during term time as well, just not as many. Or we try and get them on a weekend or something, just so more people will come. Or when people get their loans, that's a good time.
How do you finance it?
Well, my own money. I've lost so much money. The most I lost was about £120. That was because it was a good gig, but just not enough people came, so we couldn't cover our venue costs. We paid all the bands and everything, and then I had to pay out of my own money, which was a bit annoying.
What's your favourite venue?
My favourite was the Well until it closed down. For my gigs anyway, I didn't actually go to that many gigs there, but I like the staff. It's nice. It's not too much in the middle of town, so you don't get weirdos wandering in. But I go to the Cockpit a lot, but it isn't really my favourite, it's just because of the bands that I like.
How much do venues charge?
Some of the small ones are free hire, or you just put a deposit down and they give you the money back. And then the bigger ones are usually £100 to £180 for a sound man as well. Just depends how big the gig is and how many people think will come.
What's the most you paid for a venue?
I think £160.
Which venue was it?
I think it was at the Well, but that closed down, which sucks.
Probably why it closed down.
Well, they had to charge more because we didn't have enough money, and it's our favourite venue, so we've moved to a new one now, but I've not been there yet, which is probably not a good thing. That was really creepy. Was half term finished? Oh my god! I don't even know what it is.
And what's the worst band you've put on, the most dramatic diva band?
Well, I won't name names. We had one band where the front man fell asleep on his car, leaning on it, on the phone to somebody. We couldn't find him for about half an hour, then someone happened to just walk down the street and see him, asleep. No one had taken his phone either, he must have been there for 20 minutes. And then we've had a couple of bands that threw a strop because nobody came. Well, people came but not that many, but we'd only organised it 3 days before, just as a favour, and they had a bit of a strop with us because we couldn't pay them that much. But most people are alright. Some are a bit rude and just leave before the other bands are finished, but then they don't get paid, so it's not really my problem. But most people are really nice.
Do you struggle with promotions?
Printing flyers and things like that's really expensive, so don't do that much, depends what it is. It's hard to get sponsors, we can never find anyone to sponsor us. If we did, then it'd be a lot easier to pay for stuff. But...
And you had a gig that was supposed to go on earlier in the month. Why was that cancelled?
Well, the headlining band's van broke down or something, so they had a new van, and the person who was hiring it to them messed them around and double booked or something like that. So they had no van, so they had to cancel their whole tour because they couldn't get anywhere. And then the other band didn't really want to play a show without PA monitors or something. I don't know why really. So we only ended up with one band. So.
When's your next gig?
20th of May at the Empire in Leeds. Pop punk one. It's Better Left Alone's EP release tour, and then we've got Pray for Hayden and a band called The Summer War, who are actually from Sheffield, that are supporting. We did have another band, but they can't do it anymore, so I think we're getting a band off a record label from London that are coming up to do it. This is so intense. Serious decision. Purple. What's purple flavour?
And where do you think's better for gigs, Sheffield or Leeds?
Leeds, definitely. Sheffield's rubbish. The only places for gigs that I'd go to are pretty much Cork, which is down the road. Oh, West Street Live. Yeah, West Street Live's alright, but Never hear anything about it. Like, there's not enough posters and stuff, so I never look. I only ever see like ones for Corp or the Academy. Whereas in Leeds, there's like so much on all the time. So I go to loads in Leeds.
With there being so many venues in Leeds, isn't it kind of difficult to book a place?
Usually it's not, depends on the venue. Like if we were booking something at the Academy, then I doubt we will for a while since it's expensive. It'd be hard to get somewhere. But for the smaller venues, it's usually pretty easy to like work around them.
I reckon it'll be even better this year. Follow them on Facebook, you can get involved on Twitter.
And what's your favourite event that you've done?
I think weirdly, I've got a twister in my shoe. My favourite one's when we lost loads of money at, 'cause it was just such a good gig. And we had an all-dayer, which I also lost some money at. But it was just, like, all the bands there were bands that I liked as well. So I kind of got to book, like, some of my favourite bands from, like, around Yorkshire and Scotland and, like, Southend and stuff like that, which was pretty good. And like, all my friends came. It was a good time.
Was that the one at the well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was our last one at the well before it closed down.
What's the next step for Matchboxx?
Well, we want to become a proper company and like register and be actually self-employed, and then new websites and all things like that. So at the moment we're just on Facebook, but we're too poor to do anything fancy.
So when you leave uni, you're hoping to make it like a full-time job?
Yeah, hopefully. That's like one dream. I don't know if that will actually happen, but that's what I hope will happen. It just depends if we can get like money to start it off, I guess.
I guess you have to do like more part-time jobs and stuff as well.
Yeah, I'd have to work part-time as well. Get a crap job, like graduate job for a bit until we have enough money to actually start something.